Hello everyone, and welcome to St. Hillingly Prison. Here we have a state-of-the-art minimum security building to help keep the prisoners separate. And here we have the maximum security cafeteria, where we serve only the highest quality foods. Don't let them intimidate you, though. We have top-notch security teams here to make sure they stay in here where they belong. We even offer our prisoners excellent education programs so that they can continue their lives on the outside. Yes, St. Hillingly truly is the pinnacle of a modern correctional facility, and we hope that you'll consider us for a sink for all your grant money. Well, that didn't go as planned, but they had given me a new prison, and we're going to try this again. Okay, so this is Prison Architect. It's a game where, obviously, you build and design your own prison, and you have to try and manage it. Here's the problem. I've kind of started new here. I'm going to be trying for kind of a new design. This is more of a prison camp. It's going to be outdoor with different buildings. But I have prisoners coming in an hour and a half, and right now, I have nowhere to put them. So we need to work fast. Right now I'm going to go to the planning tool right here, and I can plan out walls, and actually let's check rooms, because I need to see what the requirements... I'm going to need a holding cell, which is where they're going to live until I can think of something. Okay, so it needs to be 5 by 5, enclosed, and have a toilet and a bench. So, okay, we need to go to planning, and I can go walls, and make sure that it's... Okay, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this will work. So now what I'm going to do is... Actually, let's do that. That. Deep. Deep, deep. And now I'm going to take foundations, building, go like this. And then go to objects, and put in a large jail door. Where's a large jail door? Right here. Okay, I can't do it. Why can't I? Oh, because there's a stump in the way. How do I get rid of stumps? Whoa, what was that guy doing? Helicopter. I think I was trying to take off. Okay, they got rid of the stump. Put a jail door there. Oh god, the prisoners are going to show up, but we're not going to have anywhere to put them. I don't have any guards! Jesus! Okay, 1, 2, 3. That should be enough for it first. Okay, I get a certain amount of grant money. That's my daily cash flow. I get a certain amount of grant money for having prisoners. What is that guy wearing? Okay, what are you guys in for? Each prisoner has their own name, their offenses, and some of them even have custom stories. I think people that backed this on Kickstarter got to write stories and stuff. Aggravated burglary, search him. You always want to search people when they come into your prison, because they can smuggle stuff in, and you don't want that, especially early on, since we don't have metal detectors. Violent disorder. O'Neill, the weird one. No, it may have just been auto-saving. The game will appear to freeze. Oops, see, that guy had a baton, which he could have used as a weapon. Search prisoner. Joyriding. He could probably be minimum security, but it really doesn't matter right now. You can change what level of security they're in. Really, that just serves to help you at the moment. That just serves to help you organize. I like to keep my prisoners separate. As you saw in the wonderfully managed, and not at all mismanaged by me, St. Hillingly Prison before, we had a minimum security building, and nothing really bad ever happened there. So now these guys are going to be escorted into the holding cell. Or I think they are. Oh god, I've really done nothing. Hang on. I need to set this as a room. You can set rooms, so it'll know what to designate each area. So right now I want to make this a holding cell. And you also control utilities. So what I need to do is... Oh, this won't be considered a holding cell at all, will it? Okay, no. Stop. Stop and just think. I have to run the pipes up here. I'll run this along the side. And I have to get electricity. Get that in. And now I need What objects do I need? It says it needs a bench. I'll put a couple of benches. And it needs a toilet. Toilet. Yes. Okay, and what needs to happen, okay, these large pipes, you don't want to use these for everything, although I believe they can be used to connect smaller things. Prisoners will use spoons and stuff and trowels and stuff to try and tunnel out through the toilets and pull an anti-defrain. So you need to use small pipes, and that makes it a little harder for them. Note that even if it's not connected directly to a large pipe, they can still do it. It just takes them a lot longer, but you'll want to, delay them for as long as you can. If left to their own devices, they will get out eventually, which is why you really need to be careful. And I don't have deployment researched. I do, however, have the Warden, and what the Warden does is he lets me go into bureaucracy, hire finance and security, and it can only research one at a time, or one person can only research one at a time, but I need my experts. I need finance so that I can accept government grants. I already have, see, this is the administration building where I'll have my chief and accountant and such. And you guys really need to get to work. I can't set deployment so that there's a guard here right away. These guys are just sitting out in deliveries because they just have nowhere to go yet. And they won't have anywhere to go. This holding cell, for the record, is not enough. We need to build actual cells for them to live in. I think we'll be building our first cell block here. We'll be expanding, obviously, because this is a pretty small setup. I just did this as quickly as I could. You guys hurry up. You can time accelerate. You guys need to hurry this up. It's done, and now we have the... This is all set up. It's a holding cell, and now I think they'll start to deliver prisoners to it. Let's speed this up and see if they do it. Why aren't you doing it? Okay, they're starting to take people. That's good. In the meantime, we need to start work on... Why isn't that... Hang on. I need to check the Utilities tab. It should be good. Why isn't it good? Build 20 just came out. That's another thing. I was never great at this game, as you saw from that clip at the beginning, but I'm not entirely sure how this game works now because I didn't read the patch notes. I'll say that right off the bat. I did not read the patch notes. All I know is that... Oh, they didn't build it under the door. Okay, build a large pipe there. I didn't read the patch notes, but apparently there's now consequences for screwing things up. I might need another bench. So I really want to make sure things don't go quite like they did last time. Okay, we're going to start planning prison cells. The way prison cells work is they have to have, I believe, 2x3 minimum space. So you have this. I want to have areas behind the cells. I do kind of like setting myself up for failure, I'll be honest, because I like having... just small chances for prisoners to escape. I don't want to totally have them locked down, even though I know I probably couldn't totally lock them down if I tried. We'll have it here, because the toilet will go in here, and this will be a cell. We'll have a bed here and a toilet. I like to have a toilet away from the wall, just, as far away from the perimeter as possible. We need at least 8, so 1, 2, doop, 1, 2, doop, 1, 2, doop, and 1, 2, doop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's, if we make this a cell block, that will leave us with a maximum of, what, 10 prisoners? Okay, got that sorted out. This will be a cell block. Doo-doo, doop. Doo-doo, doop. Yeah, that's a lot of this game. It's just planning out cells. But, okay, now what we need to do is we need to build the foundation so that this will be considered an indoor area because cells need to be kept indoors. So we go down here to foundations, build this, and this will be the first holding cell. That'll be able to hold 10 prisoners. Right now we only have 8, so that's okay. And I'm going to sell these logs because I don't have a lot of money right now. I need to get an accountant so I can actually accept government grants, and that's where the majority of our money is going to come from, at least until we start getting really profitable with maximum security prisoners. They have still not built this. I'm going to actually set this so that it's locked open. These guys are set to be going in the yard right now in their regime. I can change their daily schedule, but that hasn't been set up yet. There isn't even what's considered a yard. You have to designate the yard. But I'm really not comfortable letting these guys out until that happens. And I've noticed just now, it doesn't have an aggravation bar yet. There will be a bar that shows what kind of the unrest level in the prison is. And that's not there yet. I'm keeping this door locked open in the hopes that they'll... It just auto-saved. I'm keeping this door open in the hopes that they'll kind of bring the piping there, but they're not doing that. They seem to be kind of distracted with the foundation right now. And right up here. And I'm going to need small pipes to run across like this. I don't know exactly what the range on the small pipes is, but this should be fine. If this isn't fine, then they are drastically underpowered, because I really don't want to have these large pipes too close to the cells. As I said, they can pull a Shawshank Redemption and just tunnel their way out. Although, I'm not sure about that. I saw NerdCube's video, he said that they could do that, and everybody seems to be playing with the assumption that they can do that, but I've never actually seen it happen myself. Okay, so it looks like these guys are about to finally get the utilities set up to the new cell block. In the meantime, I've just realized I have researched the accountant. So I'm going to put the accountant in her office. Or, okay, I guess she chose that office instead. Okay, fine. Things I try to do for you. Anyway, that means that I can now go into reports. I can see a list of my prisoners, jobs, staff, and I can go to grants. And what I want now is the Basic Detention Center grant and the Administration Center, which I already have, so that gives me all that money right off the bat. As for health and well-being, well, they're going to have to wait for that. But now we're going to go to materials, brick wall, and we're going to wall this whole area. And then once we do that, we still have to bring in all the objects. We have to bring in beds, toilets, and doors. So it really is, it's a process to get prisoners. Basically, when you make a new cell block to get prisoners in, it really is an investment. Okay, so this guy will just get with the program. We're finally going to be done with this. In the meantime, I'll just start ordering objects. I'm going to order toilets and beds first, because once you start putting doors on, that just becomes a giant mess, where basically the doors will lock on their own, and then you have to basically give individual workers permission to go into each and every one. It's so annoying. I did that so wrong. Hang on. No, guys, don't bring them yet. Actually, you know what? Screw it. That works. Overreacted there, because I can just take the beds, and where are the beds? Oh, come on. Why are beds not, like, the first thing? Okay, beds, and I'll just plonk them down like this, like this, like this. And basically, yeah, later on you unlock something I haven't used yet, which is the clone tool. Apparently that lets you copy and paste cell blocks and stuff, but I don't really use it, or in the last save anyway, I didn't really use it. This save, I might, but really, it doesn't seem to let you clone planning. It just lets you clone buildings, as far as I can tell. And that's not really too useful, because you want to plan things out, you know? So we can just do while we're waiting, and select cell, and just scroll down here. And that'll make all these cells. But you see that, that triangle? It means that it's not yet suitable to be a cell. That's because most of these things don't have a toilet and a bed yet, or they're about to get them, but even when they do, it won't be enough, because they don't have cell doors. As we build, it's likely that these guys are going to start to get kind of pissed off, but look at that, we have our first cell, it's done. Now all we need is to put doors on these, but I'm going to skip past this. Okay, so these guys are going to start to get kind of bored and restless. See, they're already starting to kind of hate being here. I wonder why. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to rooms, select yard, and all of this can be the yard where they're free to walk around in. And that means they're now free to roam around here during their free time and yard time. Okay, it looks like we finally researched the Chief of Security, so we'll put him in here. And, that was expensive. But now we can have him... Oh, we already have deployment. Okay, so we'll just take a guard and put him in here, and now there will be a guard in there. And he'll just open the door for people, and make sure that prisoners don't try and run out through this way. But I think we should be okay, since it's guarded by 2 jail doors. Meanwhile, what's their problem? We need to get this thing in. For some reason right now, they're taking a really, really long time to get the pipes in. Okay, let's finish off these cells by having doors. These guys are really not happy right now. They're supposed to be sleeping, but they don't have beds because they don't have cells. Yeah, look at that. Oh, the danger level's really going up. They all are pissed off. Let's change this to normal. How much money are we making? We're making $703 a day. So I'm going to take on one more guard, and that guard will be deployed to here. I like to have a guard for a cell block. These guys are also going to need some food soon. I'm going to actually attach that to the main building. So let's plan this out. Let's have... Uh-oh, they're fighting. Okay, time to do this FTL style. Pause the game. You guys, get in there. Need your help. You trying to escape? Oh god, that guard's not doing too good. Beat up Palmer. Beat up Palmer. Oh, that vengeance damage. We don't have a doctor. I can't heal my guard. Or these prisoners. I might have to put them on lockdown for a while. Okay, so they're kind of suppressed now, but... this is already not going well. Okay, let's try and take their minds off of it with some food. Okay, let's make a wall. 8, 9. And that'll go down to... yeah? Yes? Yes. Okay. And we'll have the entrance here. And this will be the kitchen and canteen. So we're going to go to foundation, and we're going to build... this will be a kitchen and canteen because they need to eat. They have to have a shower, but we're not going to be able to get all that stuff in right away, so... we actually, yeah, now that I look at it, we really don't have room to build a whole lot more already. I didn't think we'd fill up this fast. You guys better hurry. This will be a canteen. I think we're going to have the staff entrance around back. So, what's a good way we can do this? We'll have the staff door right here. So that means we can have a fence wall. Fence walls are free, which is great because that's really useful. 3. And yeah, this will go down to the end there, where there will be another door. Another large jail door. Should work. It still says foundation in progress. Why? It says this part requires entrance. You know what? Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to put down a large jail door, and then... that's a chair. Put that down, and then we'll remove it, and then once we remove something, we'll have it in storage, which is really good, because once that happens... oh, this should be done now, shouldn't it? Come on, be done. Be done, be done, be done. Okay, and now we can remove this. The good thing about dismantling objects, we can dump it, which will get rid of it forever. Whoops, stepped on my own cord. But if we dismantle it, it'll be placed into the storage room over here, and what that means is we can get another one for free later if we need it, or rather this same one. We also need to put a wall up here. You really don't want the kitchen exposed. You can, later on, if we want, we can get the prisoners to work in the kitchen, which is really useful. It frees you up from having to hire these people, but... oh, come on, it's supposed to be dismantled. I'm going to lock it open just so the workers don't complain. They're not very good at problem-solving at the moment, I have to say. Although they have been getting better over time. They're a lot better than when I started playing in December. Can we remove that? Can we remove that from the planning stage since the wall's not going to go there? There we go. And what they're going to do is they're going to fill this in with wall. They'll replace stuff if you build over it, except for objects. So once we get this in, I guess we can start with objects now since we have some builders free. So in order to have a kitchen, you need to have a sink, a fridge, a cooker, and... okay, the sink fits in perfectly there. We need a fridge, which will go right here. We need a cooker, and the cooker requires electricity, or it needs to be connected directly. So we'll take that. Where's a cooker? I really wish these were in alphabetical order. It would make things a lot easier to find. I always spend the longest possible amount of time looking for things. Cooker. There we go. Was that a velociraptor? Seriously, what was that noise? And why don't you people... you don't have water because they won't build that pipe. Why? And who went? Oh my god. I think I've had a Went before. Is Connie Went? I've had him before. Oh, thank Christ, he's one of them. Yeah, in St. Hellingly, I had a Went. He was a serial killer, and he disappeared during the night. So... oh, the next shipment of prisoners showed up! We have 16 prisoners! Oh, we are okay. Keep calm. We need more cells. And we need them now. Oh, God! Okay, so I've started planning for another cell block to be built. Unfortunately, we don't have room to build another one inside. I really should have thought this whole thing through better, but we'll be expanding the fence, so that should be good soon. In the meantime, I really need to deal with this overcrowding because Or no, you know what I need to do in the meantime? I need to cancel overcrowding by closing myself off to new prisoners, because I do not have... I'm going to take on a couple more guards, because I do not have the staff to deal with 16 people. In the meantime, my builders really need to get to work on this. Didn't plan at all. Alright, we need to... In the meantime, I'm going to hire... I keep saying that. Hire a couple of cooks for here. I usually like to have 2. That's usually a good number. And we're going to have... what do we need for this? I can't remember. It's been so long since I built one of these. Okay, we need a serving tray. Benches. Okay, that'll do for now. Let's just get tables. That's enough for 16 people, right? Right? I don't think that's going to be enough. We need to build another one. Oh, this canteen. I always underestimate the size I need for these. This canteen's not going to last long. Not for the needs this prison is going to have. I'm planning to get a lot of people in here. This will be a very big prison at some point. Let's get that. Okay, they've still not built all of this? Are you kidding me? Just put down the pipe. My God. Okay, what do we need? What do we need? What do we need? Deployment? I already have deployment. What? Okay, no, we don't have time for this. Just search contraband. And Warden, you start researching health. We need health. We need it actually probably more than we need contraband. Contraband is cool. It allows you to see where things were recovered, what things were recovered, and how they got in, which is really important to better managing your security. Okay, so we have our new cell block started at least, but it's going to take a while for them to expand the fences. Our guards, a lot of them are injured. The prisoners are overcrowded and pissed off. I do not know if I'm going to be able to hold this even at the beginning. But I think that's a good place to have a cliffhanger. We'll see you in the next episode.